Welcome to Cyborg 86. I'm having some trouble with one of my Jiabaile crawlers, and if yours is doing this, or if it's jerking like this, maybe I can help. The problem is probably one of two things. In this case, the problem is that the little pin has fallen out where the drive shaft connects to the axle. You can see here that both ends of the drive shaft spin, and that means the problem is at the axle. Now, if just one end of the drive shaft spins, then the drive shaft may be slipping within itself in its two parts. And I'll show you a fix for that too. But we're going to start by resolving the pin problem. Now, I don't have a pin replacement, but I do have a couple of small wires. One of them I just got off this little capacitor, and it is actually plenty small to go in the hole, and something bigger would work too. For example, if you have some extra SCX24 or other small scale shock springs, you might be able to make that work too. You could just straighten out the spring a little bit and then push it through the hole. Then after that, you just cut it to length. Here I went ahead and put it in, but I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use the capacitor wire. This is kind of hard to show on camera, but you'll be able to see that the axle is shiny. So when you get the hole lined up, the axle will turn from shiny to dark, and you'll be able to tell that the hole is available for you to push it on through. Here I'm just snipping off the wire part of the capacitor, and then I'm going to bend the end so it won't just fall through the hole. In a little bit here, I'm going to turn the front wheels to turn the whole drivetrain. The instructions specifically say not to do that, so do that at your own risk. You may consider just turning on the transmitter and bumping the throttle that way. Now the excess is sticking out the other end, so I'm going to go ahead and use the pliers and bend it into shape. Want to wrap it at least a full way around there, I think. This is the first time I've done this, so use your own judgment, but this seems to be working, and I'll show you here in a little bit. Also, you'll want the wire tucked up as close as possible there. And that's why I chose the capacitor. It bends a little better. A spring would work, but it'd be really hard to bend it back into shape right around the yoke. Here's what I ended up with. Not perfect, but it'll do the job, I think. Might come out of there eventually. We'll try it out. And if you have a better solution, by all means, put it in the comments. But let's go ahead and test it out here. Went up the rock a lot better. Let's add some resistance. And there we go. Yep, that did the trick. Now to solve the other problem that happens, it's the drive shaft slipping within itself. And I ended up using a little hot glue here. I thought about using some CA glue, but I just wasn't ready to make it that permanent. I was concerned there's supposed to be a telescoping action as the shafts slip inside of each other. And when I look at this, though, the geometry is such that there's not much telescoping action at all. So there's really not much danger of limiting the travel by getting rid of the telescoping action. Keep in mind, though, that this is by design, is to protect the other parts of the truck. So I wouldn't do this unless it becomes a serious problem. Well, I hope you found this helpful. If you'd like to see more information about these little rigs, including mods like these little bodies, and this little brushless conversion I did, go ahead and give a like and a subscribe. We also have a Facebook group started, Jiabaile 136 RC Crawlers. Come check out what others are posting and share what you've learned. We'd be glad to have you. And happy crawling.
I'll think it over. Are you sure?